right, the multi-platinum artist we all know and love as Jidenna proudly embraces a wide range of musical vibes, from Afrobeat to R&B to dancehall, and of course hip-hop. My favorite song, by the way, is Bambi. I was about to cuss. That song is fire. But the Grammy Award nominee is taking his gifts for uniting people across the diaspora to brand new heights. Jidenna is helping to launch this year's nationwide outreach for Birthright Africa, a heritage-based leadership program that takes young people of African descent to Ghana, West Africa. Here's what some earlier participants had to say about the life-changing experience.
Before Birthright Africa, I never even traveled outside of America. I didn't have a passport, anything.
My Birthright experience freed my mind and made me realize that the possibilities for me are truly limitless.
12 young people of African descent will join Jidenna for the first cohort of Birthright Scholars to travel to Ghana since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Here to tell us more about this amazing project is the amazing Grammy Award-nominated artist himself, Jidenna. He's joined by Birthright Africa co-founder and CEO Walla Elsheikh. Welcome to Black News Tonight. I'm going to start with you, Jidenna. Thank you both for joining me. Jidenna, you're going to lead a group of young people to Africa. Why do you want to be on this journey? What do you hope to see?
Well, first of all, thank you, Mark, and always good to see you. What we want to see is we want the youth on this trip to build a pipeline to the continent. And when I say pipeline, I mean a cultural and economic bridge. This is a program that's not just a study abroad program. It's a program that is an education program for youth. It's also a way for youth to connect to mentors. So after they go through our program, at the end, they're connecting to innovative leaders in the industry of their choice. So for me, I've watched tons of groups of other ethnic groups do this my whole life when I was in school and wondering why are they getting ahead in every field? And it's because they have a connection to somewhere else and they can get ahead in this rat race of life. So this is why I think this is important for us in this side of the world.
Well, you co-founded Birthright in 2015. First of all, why did you call it Birthright? It's an interesting sort of framing of it. Of course, it makes many of us think about the kind of pilgrimages and aliyah kind of moves that people make to Israel. That language of birthright is provocative. Why that choice?
Well, it's meant to really hit you at the core of what this could mean for you. That, you know, when you hear Birthright Africa, you know right away that this is going to be impactful, life-changing, a potential game changer, because it's something about discovering what is really rightfully yours that can truly change the trajectory of your future.
Wow, and you've had many young people participate since you founded this. How many young people have done this so far?
So we've had about a little over 60 youth and young adults of African descent. Starting at the high school age range, we go from 13 all the way up to 30. And we have a collaborative partnership model. So we work in collaboration with high schools, colleges, community-based organizations that are building Birthright programs in-house with our technical expertise and co-funding support. So it's really meant to be a scalable, sustainable model that we can build throughout the country, because our commitment at Birthright Africa is to provide this life-changing free educational trip to Africa for every youth and young adult of African descent, starting in the US and ultimately with the diaspora around the world.
Jidenna, what ages of young people are eligible to become a Birthright Scholar? And also, how much do it cost?
So ages are ranging from 13 to 30 now. We extended it to 30 because, for some groups, they're like, that's not youth. But for us especially, we realize that there's a lot of people of different ranges, even older than 30, to be honest, that want to make that voyage. And Africa is not a cheap place to travel to. The cost for people, once you're in the program, the beauty of this is the cost is nothing. that you are going on this program and you will be sponsored by Birthright Africa. And so once you go on there and you submit your application, we accept you. You're going, but we expect you to participate in the journey locally, nationally, and ultimately internationally to Accra, Ghana.
Oh, wow. Speaking of Ghana, Walla, Ghana declared 2019 the year of return. And your new cohort of scholars will experience what you're calling the return of the return. Talk to me about why that word return is so important to you.
Well, because for so many of us, including myself, and I'm continental African by this definition. By the way, I really appreciate your pronunciation of my name in its Arabic form. The idea of returning to Africa just didn't even register for me. And I'm arguably from there. So for those who never touched it, don't have family there, the idea of return is so monumental. And it's the Sankofa principle of returning to the roots, of going back to get this understanding of who you are and where you come from. It just captures that sentiment really well.
Wow.
And can I just add, going back to Birthright? Can I just add, going back to the Birthright word? I think that the other reason for the use of it, and Jidenna helped me understand, it's free, just based on the fact that your descent is from Africa. The term birthright denotes that, and that's important because a lot of people do think we want the young people to sponsor or purchase this trip, and we know that that is the barrier. That is one of the biggest barriers to study abroad when you're in college. It's just a barrier related to the marginalization of us as a people, being enslaved or colonized. And so the investment that we're willing to make as Birthright Africa to raise the awareness and raise the funds, collaborate with influencers and brand ambassadors like Jidenna to ensure that we all can be part of this and transform the culture for generations to come, is because of this free investment that is your birthright.
The other question about Birthright I had for you, though, is the question that some people have, the concerns, especially given our history of Americans sort of going to Africa. Think about Liberia, for example. I'm just thinking about fears people have about recolonizing parts of Africa, or what it means for sort of diasporic Africans to come back to the continent, and what their disposition will be toward the respective countries that they return to. What kind of investments will they make? What kind of relationships will they have? Will they come to share? Will they come to dominate? How do we ensure that Birthright doesn't become another kind of mechanism for like American colonization?
I'm actually glad you brought that up, Mark, because I think that this is exactly why we have the program. I think if we don't have a program like this, we actually risk us having that what we did with Liberia. You know, it's and for those who don't know, you know, Liberia in many ways was supposed to be that safe haven for Black people from this side. That's why you see the red, white, and blue in the colors of the Liberian flag originally. It did not turn out that way, and I won't take everybody through the history, but the way we don't repeat it is by giving people an opportunity to have a nuanced Black experience, by giving people the opportunity to at a younger age, in younger generations, be able to experience Africa in all its colors, shapes, and sizes. Also know that, yes, you are different. You might be Caribbean American, Black American, you might be first-gen African from somewhere else. So you're not going to have the exact same experience, but the similarities outweigh the differences. But you will begin to see that, and I think if we have more travel, we will risk what happened before, because it's not just going to be, we're in an age with internet, we have way more contact and way more connection.
Well, did you want to jump in on that as well?
Yeah, I want to add that it's very intentional when we do orientations in particular before they arrive on the continent. And Jidenna mentioned, before you travel globally, there is a local and national component to Birthright Africa, because it's important for us to know our history here, where we're from in America, and that we've contributed and created and invented and helped build this country, right? And when we go over there, though, we let our scholars know, leave your Americanness behind. Be very open to what you're going to experience. And we're there to learn from our brothers and sisters on the continent. We're not there to bring in this concept of American exceptionalism and we have the best ideas and we're here to, tell y'all how to solve your problems. As a matter of fact, that's why we're so intentional about meeting the leaders and entrepreneurs of the continent, because we see that they're solving their own problems and as a matter of fact have some ideas for us to take back to America. And so it becomes this collaboration of thoughts and ideas, exchange, trade, and what we want to call skills share. So it is about sharing and not domination.
That's a beautiful thought. That's a beautiful sentiment, and that's the kind of progressive and maybe even radical politics we need of internationalism, to return to that moment where Black folk are thinking internationally and forging bonds of solidarity and connection, as you said, that aren't built on domination but collaboration, and recognizing that Africa, as it always has something to teach the world. I'm so excited about the work you all are doing. I can't wait to learn more about it and to support any way we can here at Black News Tonight. Walla, Jidenna, thank you both for joining me on Black News Tonight.